CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
The mill worker who was killed has now been identified as 43-year-old Alan Little of Prince George. In the wake of the mill explosion and the earlier one that happened at a mill in Burns Lake in January, the province today ordered an immediate safety inspection of all BC sawmills. The similarities between the two explosions are raising red flags. Some say the explosions are linked to the fine, dry dust that's created when pine beetle-ravaged timber is milled. The Labour Minister tonight is ordering WorkSafe BC inspect all BC sawmills from top to bottom to make sure all safety procedures are being adhered to.
We're all concerned, first and foremost, about workers' safety. I know that people who love someone who works in a mill or someone who works in a mill today in British Columbia is asking, is this work safe? There are people who've worked in this industry for over 30 years and have never seen an accident of this type. There's a common factor here, and we're all aware of it, and it's sawdust. So although we don't know what caused the initial fires or explosions, we know that sawdust may be a factor.
WorkSafe BC says it's still investigating the Burns Lake blast. The report on that could be months away. The minister, WorkSafe, forest industry stakeholders, and the United Steelworkers Union that represents all BC mill workers will meet in Vancouver tomorrow. The minister says they're going to be talking about worker safety and growing concerns over the combustible sawdust. West Shore RCMP have released artists' renderings of two men they say they think are connected to that terrifying home invasion in Colwood. Police say the first suspect is a man 25 to 30 years old, Caucasian, 5'7" to 5'9" in height, with a medium build. This is a drawing of the second suspect, also white, 25 to 30, 5'11" with a medium build, slim face and sandy hair and blue eyes. RCMP say these two men forced their way into a home in the Lagoon area of Colwood last week. A 33-year-old man and 26-year-old woman were inside, kept from leaving. Police say the men demanded cash and the victim's keys and wallets. It appears it was a targeted attack, but the home invasion was at the wrong house. If you have any information about the case, you're asked to contact West Shore RCMP or Crime Stoppers. Meantime, Mounties have cracked down on an alleged dial-a-doper on the West Shore and have taken a sizable stash off the streets. And police say a call to Crime Stoppers is what tipped them off. That tip led RCMP to a car in View Royal and a home in Langford that police say was filled with drugs. Officers seized more than 20 grams of cocaine and heroin, marijuana, and $5,500 in cash.
It's a higher dial-a-doper than just a street-level trafficker. It's actually a fairly it's a big amount. It's like a pizza delivery. Basically, you call and you get your order and comes delivers.
RCMP said the 27-year-old suspect wasn't previously known to police and was the only one who's been arrested in the operation. Well, the City of Victoria has added about 100,000 employees to its ranks as of today, and their compensation is an all-you-can-eat aphid buffet. This is a platoon of ladybugs, ladybird beetles. Each spring, the City of Victoria releases more than 100,000 ladybugs to help protect our trees downtown. The city says the insects will make a meal of the aphids, the beetle larvae, the spider mites, and all kinds of other goodies so that city gardeners can avoid using chemical pesticides. Parks staff gave them a helping hand today by placing a bunch of bugs on one tree at a time. The crews then spray the tree trunks with a light misting of water, and that encourages the ladybugs to crawl up into the crown.
We bring the ladybird beetles in under hibernation, so they are kept in the cold. When they come out of hibernation, they're really, really thirsty. They're not hungry, they're thirsty. So if you don't put water to guide them into the tree, they'll go somewhere else.
What do you like about ladybugs?
Well, this is because they're cute, and they help gardens when they eat the aphids.
And do they ever? An adult ladybug eats about 60 aphids a day. The ladybug program has been going since 1994 when the city released its first batch of bugs to reduce pesticide use in public lands. And you can buy your own army of ladybugs for your garden at local nurseries.